Time now for that morning rush.
Let's start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Still tracking scattered severe storms later this afternoon across eastern New Mexico. Even some showers over the northern mountains, Albuquerque and areas off to the west. Looking at sunshine and warm temperatures today. These will likely hold on to the northeast. We get into the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. Sarah?
In just hours, Albuquerque Public School Board members are expected to make a final vote on its budget. Officials are now looking at a flat revenue scenario instead of a 2% budget cut. That's because enrollment is dropping, but they still need to find $13 million in savings, which they plan to get from position cuts, fewer work days, reorganizing gifted education programs, and cash reserves. The role Wednesday's special legislative session could play on APS's budget coming up in the 5 Facts. Adam?
On to news developing this morning, another man now facing charges for murder linked to a sex trafficking case. Adrian Causey is accused of killing 2 people. Authorities say the murders are tied to a sex trafficking ring busted just this past week. In that case, police arrested Matthew Woods, Cornelius Galloway, and his wife Danielle. Officers say it was the Galloway couple who turned in Causey for those murders.
We checked early this morning, and a man accused of threatening emergency responders remains in jail. According to a criminal complaint, firefighters were headed out to an emergency call. This happened on Saturday when they say this man walked up and started yelling obscenities and threatening to fight them. Later, crews found him throwing rocks at the building. Police did make an arrest.
Happening today, an accused member of a violent young gang wreaking havoc in Albuquerque is expected in court for sentencing. 20-year-old Christian Wood was one of 4 people arrested after a SWAT standoff back in January. Police also believe that he's behind an armed robbery at a gas station and several stolen vehicles. Today in court, he's set to face sentencings for 6 different cases.
Okay, see for yourself. A picture getting a lot of attention this morning. Lorinda Brandon was taking pictures near 2nd and Central yesterday when she captured this photo of an officer comforting a toddler. Employees of a nearby business say someone who was with the little boy was taken away by police. Police did not release any details about that person or the incident just yet. As soon as we learn more, we'll pass it on to you.
And happening right now, authorities in Maryland are trying to figure out whether a murder on the University of Maryland College Park campus was a hate crime. Police say Sean Urbanski, who's white, stabbed Richard Collins, a visiting black student, to death on Saturday morning as Collins was walking with friends. The 22-year-old, who allegedly belonged to a hate group on Facebook, has since been charged with 1st and 2nd-degree murder.
On to new news this morning. 2 Michigan firefighters are in the hospital after this dramatic video shows the moments a gas station facade came toppling down onto at least one of them. You can see several people rush to the scene to help out. Another firefighter was injured during this. Amazingly, both are doing okay this morning, both with just minor burns. Still not clear what caused the building to go up in flames.
New video on this Monday morning shows the actual launch of North Korea's latest missile test. Kim Jong-un says it was, quote, perfect. Sunday's launch was the second within a week. The medium-range ballistic missile landed in the sea off its east coast. According to state media, Kim says this type of missile is now ready for mass production and deployment.
On to new news this morning. A former bookkeeper at Bernalillo Public Schools is under suspicion of stealing about $47,000. According to the Journal, State Auditor Tim Keller's office released an audit saying she allegedly stole cash that was raised by teachers, parents, staff, and students from 2013 to 2016. No criminal charges have been filed in this case just yet.
On to News this morning. We're hoping to learn more about a chase that started in the South Valley and ended all the way in Grants. Bernalillo County deputies say last night they got a call that a driver shot at another car. Not too long after, deputies found the suspect's vehicle near Coors and Gun Club. A chase followed. Grants police eventually nabbed the driver and passenger in Grants.
A new recall this morning ahead of barbecue season. The company that makes Nathan's Skinless Beef Franks and Curtis Beef Master Franks is recalling more than 200,000 pounds of hot dogs. This after customers said they found metal in the packaging. So far, there are no confirmed reports of anyone getting sick or getting injured because of this. Kristen.
Multiple southern states are bracing for even more rain and thunderstorms, raising concerns for flooding. Heavy rain is set to slide from the Gulf Coast to the East Coast over the next few days. Right now, parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida are under flash flood watches. Today, southern portions of Louisiana and Mississippi will likely get hit the hardest. Of course, we'll continue to watch that for you. Do know here at home, not a whole lot of threat here in Albuquerque. Our metro threat index is down to a 2. Have a little bit of wind this afternoon, but the threat index is much higher as you get into the eastern plains. That's where we have the risk of severe thunderstorms this afternoon. Adam?
Students in one New Mexico city will soon get a chance to learn in indigenous languages. According to the Gallup Independent, last week the Gallup Board of Education approved plans for a program to teach middle and high school students in another language, one besides English and Spanish. Officials are looking toward using Navajo and other indigenous languages.
On to news happening tonight. A Citizens Advisory Committee is meeting to discuss the aftermath of the Gold King mine spill. The forum starts at 5:30 at the San Juan College. So far, the Environmental Protection Agency, whose employees triggered this spill, has not paid the $420 million in claims.
Here's some new facts for you this morning. No fruit juice for children under 1. That's the new recommendation from the American Academy of Pediatrics, which previously advised no juice under 6 months old. The group says it's making that change since child obesity rates and dental issues are on the rise.
On to news new at 6. Drone and model aircraft enthusiasts scored a major win. A federal appeals court struck down an FAA regulation that required owners of recreational drones to register the devices with the Federal Aviation Administration. The FAA argued the rule was designed to improve aviation safety.
Time now for a check on your Monday morning commute. Nothing major out there to slow you down. Still pretty sluggish course southbound heading out of Corrales, but everything else on the interstates and major surface streets are moving smoothly.
Listen to this. A German student holds a world record this morning for slacklining an incredible distance in southern France. To beat the record of 800 meters, thrill seekers had to cross a high line stretched between two immense mountain cliffs. But only 27-year-old German student Friedrich Kuhn stepped up to the challenge and actually made it. The walk takes about 2 hours to complete.
Wow.
2 hours.
That looks terrifying.
Doesn't it? He did a good job.
Yeah. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau photobombed a group of high school students posing for prom pictures Friday. He was jogging along the Vancouver waterfront. The students, sporting their finest formal wear, were taking photos along the Stanley Park seawall when he just jogged right past them. There he is. The teens asked him to take a proper group photo. He said yes, also giving a pretty big grin for the excited students. How crazy is that?
It's crazy that he's not like surrounded by security or
Yeah, I
anything,
would
that
think
he's
so,
just like out running.
She's so excited.
Wow.
He's like, yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty cool. All right, time now for the 5 facts you need to know before you go this morning.
Start with number 5 this morning. A New Mexico family is asking for your help to get a potentially life-saving tool for their young disabled son trained. 12-year-old Aaron Crosby was born with a seizure disorder. He also has cerebral palsy, requires close attention. His seizures can be life-threatening, causing him to stop breathing. So the family needs thousands of dollars to train his new service dog so that he can alert him when his health is not well.
On to number 4 now. Police are warning about a phone scam going around. Santa Fe police say the scammer claims to be with the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office, tells that person they have an outstanding warrant, they can be arrested or pay $2,000 over the phone with a prepaid credit card. Santa Fe police say do not give them information nor money. Instead, call police and report it.
And number 3, warm temperatures across the state, looking at 80s in Albuquerque, winds 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the northwest, but still looking at the possibility of scattered severe storms over the eastern plains this afternoon.
Number 2, just a few hours ago, President Trump landed in Israel during his first international trip as commander-in-chief. The president spoke about the unity of Israel and the U.S. This after speaking in Saudi Arabia to a group of Muslim leaders, the importance of not harboring terrorists. This comes as North Korea says it's ready to deploy and start mass producing a new medium-range missile capable of reaching Japan and major U.S. military bases.
On to number 1 now. Today, board members with the state's largest school district are set to vote on its budget for next school year. APS is still projecting to see a shortfall of $13 million, but that's far less than the $24 million it originally anticipated. A special legislative session is set for Wednesday, and if the state pulls more funding from schools, APS says it does have a prioritized plan to adjust. If you want to see more details on the budget plan, go to our website. That's KRQE.com or check out the story on our KRQE News app.